says I'm live. All right, I don't know. I told everybody to refresh. Same time. Let's see. If you don't come back, that's cool. You guys got stuff to do. Stopping by, everybody. Key Lime, and Grandma, and Katie, and Swamp. All those people. Thank you. Now this, I'm gonna go ahead and put in a gray. Just thought it'd be silly. So I'll put that in here. But first, I guess I can close that. Pull the string. Oh, there he is. All right. I'm hoping it's better, man. I'm hoping. Because otherwise I'm going to have to start doing shows from upstairs. Then that won't work. I'll have to move my whole office upstairs. All right, so that was the cow. Just put it in a bag and in a poly because it's hard plastic. So you work at a motorcycle shop. It's a family motorcycle shop. That's cool. Do you ride? What do you ride? I've always wanted an FZR 600. That red, white, and blue one with the dual headlights. Oh man, I think it's a 90, like a 91, 92. I think even as far back as 89, they had the dual headlights. And then in like 93 or 4, they went to the single headlight. And then a couple years later, they brought back the headlight. Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? I don't know. This is the cow. Cow. Okay, let's see here. Is it any better? Yes, since 1973 dirt. Cool. Never ridden a dirt bike. I did ride a 110 three-wheeler. I was camping when I was like 15 or something. I was riding this three-wheeler, thinking, that's a 110. I can ride this thing. Never ridden one. The road turned. I didn't realize that you have to lean on this three-wheeler. Went off the road, through a fence. Yeah, it was my life. Fourth. 1, 2, 3, fourth. You're back. Woo! Let's see if it works, guys. I don't know. Let me know if it's a little more better. Okay, so I got the cow creamer done. Gonna go put it in its area. Go home. Are you too good to go to your home? So I know Swamp Picker, he's working. Are you working, Grandma Wrinkles, too? And Key Lime Kisses, are you working too? Next, we're gonna put in that flask. It's never been used. As far as I know, I haven't smelled it, but it had the price tag on it. Yeah. It had a price tag on it. They wanted like $16 or something for this. I don't even know what I have it up there for, but I know it's up there. So it's gonna go like this because it is metal. I'm just gonna put it in poly. I love polys. Getting ready to take a load of stuff to my antique booth. Awesome. I've got a buddy that has an antique booth up at a mall here up in Moorhead. Oops. Hear that? The sump pump just kicked on. We've been getting a lot of rain. And he was explaining to me how it works. Do you have it in a mall or is it in a big sitting on my butt? Nice. Lunch with the hubs is good. I can't remember last time me and my wife just went out and had lunch. Couldn't tell you. Okay, Grandma Wrinkles. Okay, so your antique booth. How many items do you have in there, and how often do you go collect your cash, and how does that all work? Because I have zero idea. My buddy, told me he pays like, what was it like? Man, I can't remember if it was a percentage amount. But either way, he goes and pays his rent, and that's when he picks up his cash on like the first of the month or whatever. So, flask. So, how many of you guys watch? I know Swamp does. Bonafide. Where are you from? Where am I from? Or where are they from? I am from Denver, Colorado. Originally, that's where I was born. Then in 2001, I moved up here on April Fool's Day. I woke up in Fargo, North Dakota. And I drove from West Fargo to Dilworth, which is about 15-minute drive. Coming from Denver, going to something that is only 15 minutes all the way across. I thought that I moved into a little tiny fishbowl. Oh, it's terrible. Yes, North Dakota. Yep, nope, not in North Dakota anymore. I since married the farmer's daughter. We bought a house here in a town called Hawley, Minnesota, which is a town of about, it was 1,800. I think they're pushing 2,000 now, including all the the rural areas surrounding us. The town itself is probably can't be more than 1,000 people. But it's really awesome. I always call it Mayberry. Yep. So I'm on the border of Minnesota. Yeah, you betcha. On the border, 22 miles that way is the Red River, pretty much, and that's what separates Minnesota and North Dakota. I've been to Zumba Falls. That's not right. Zumba Falls. Well, there's Fergus Falls, Thief River Falls. There's a lot of falls, but I never saw any waterfalls there. Kind of weird. Heather Smith, resellers live. What's up, girl? So yeah, I'm up here. Pay out once a month and charge rent plus 3%. Cool. Hi, Miniville, Minnesota. 1,000 lakes. It's pretty spread out. Is it very possible that is a place? I've never been there. I've been down to the cities, which is what we call the cities: Minneapolis, St. Paul. Been to First Avenue, saw some bands down there, whatever. But I don't venture out a whole heck of a lot now. I just stay in my little area. And I'm not going out to the farm. Doesn't look like today or tomorrow because it's been raining and I've got chores to do out there, but not in the rain, man. Okay, so 40 class done. Quick. Oh, hey, Heather. What I'm doing is I'm implementing Bonafide Hustlers. Did I get the deck done? I did. I got the deck and the smaller deck done, and I had extra stain left over. And so what I did was I crawled underneath the deck. Sweet. There used to be a motocross track right on Highway 10. And there was always motorcycles and stuff going. And then the guy's house burned down, and they shut that down. And he opened up, put these huge Quantets and stuff, and he stores RVs. Yeah, it did really turn out sweet. What I did was that extra stain is I crawled underneath the deck and got all the cross beams and whatever as much as I could, so that as you're driving up to it, and no matter what angle you're looking at it, it looks like a finished product. I gotta play it back. Unbox the diffuser real quick. Hold on. Okay, cool. Yeah, I did just because. You got to figure how many times does a person stain their deck? I don't know. Never built a deck. But my in-laws just built a wicked sweet house. It's all one level, because they're getting older. So they built this big, massive house, but it's all one level. And then they put this huge deck on the back, whatever. And I wanted to be able to go out there and, when we're having barbecue and stuff, look down and not see any spots that are blank. And I don't want people to say, gosh, Todd, you did a crappy job. I want to say, geez, you did a good job, Todd. And I don't know, it makes me feel good. New from Bonafide Hustler. What sells on eBay? I already watched that. Heather Smith, you're live? Listing on. Congratulations. Uh-oh. Heather's live, guys. Oh, what the heck? Folks. You know what? I got so lucky, man. My in-laws are like the coolest. A couple years ago, my father-in-law was like, hey, Todd, here, want to play with the Bobcat and do this? So I'm doing the stuff with the Bobcat, never used one. Ran over some stuff, blew out a tire. I'm like, oh my gosh. But yeah, they're farmers. They're used to stuff breaking. But they paid me. Don't get me wrong. They don't say, hey, Todd, just do this. They're like, hey, we'll pay you to do this. And I'm like, for me, the fresh air is payment enough, man. And listen to the birds and the peace and quiet. Yep. All right, let's get back to putting our stuff back together. I'm out of coffee, man. Dang it. Should I switch to water then? Oh, let's go ahead and put this in the bag. I should just switch to water, huh? But I don't want to. Oh, but it is 141. I think I'm going to throw on a pot of coffee, guys. I think so. Give me 32 seconds. Ready, Mark? Get set, go. All right. Done. Now I'm going to put away this branding iron. It is a Penn State new branding iron. Apparently use it for your meat or something. So we'll slip that in a bag. And since I imagine, I guess I shouldn't imagine, but it's possible that it's going to be a dude that buys this. I'm not going to throw it in a camo. No, we're doing great. That's right. Great. Come on. 1, 3. Oh, goodbye, whoever it was. Where's everybody from? Yeah, where are you from, Heather? Oh, you're down south. I think you're down in Texas. Maybe. We were talking about how hot it was. And Key Lime, where are you from? We know where Glenn's from. Or maybe you don't. Tomorrow is garage sale day. Woohoo! Good. It was looking at. Guess what? This weekend? Yes, this weekend is the citywide garage sale, which means anybody that's gonna have a garage sale, this is gonna be like the first big weekend. Wichita, Kansas. Hey, did you see that? What'd you guys have down there? An earthquake or a tornado or some kind of crazy storm? Where was it at? Started with an L. I don't know. There was something. Oh heck, yes. I told my wife, I was like, you know what's going on this weekend? It's a citywide garage sale. And I was like, but I'm not gonna go. And she's like, why? And I was like, well, because I didn't set aside any cash for it, and I really don't need to. But she's like, but you should. I'm like, all right. So I'll probably take like $75 or $100 and go do some sourcing and have some fun. So yep. Oh heck, we have earthquakes all the time. How can we have earthquakes in like the middle of America? Isn't that weird? You know? I saw there's all kinds of like sinkholes opening up everywhere and like the ground splitting open. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Don't know. Sign of the times, baby. This is Penn State. Penn State branding iron. That is, so go put that where it belongs. I was only gonna do five things, but since people start showing up, I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. Mother Earth not having it, yeah. Trying to source all the oil from them, yeah. Fracking, yeah. Yeah, don't get me started on the whole fracking thing, man. And tell people about it now. I don't even tell people about it because nobody listens, nobody cares. So I just do what I do. Check these out, guys. I haven't even listed these yet. They're these old Tonka, made by Tonka, plastic figurines. Pretty cool. And then this old American Express money clip. I think they had that logo, the black and white shield, up until gosh, what did I read? Like somewhere in the 60s, and then they switched over. So yeah, that's stuff that needs to be still listed. Let's check out the chat. Don't leave home without it. Yeah, don't. Actually, I don't have any credit cards. I don't play the credit thing. Where I was raised was, if you can't pay for it, cash on the barrelhead, you better just save for it. That's how I started hustling. Want to hear a hustler story? Who wants to hear a hustler story? I have one. My very first hustle. That's the way to be. I'm gonna grab my coffee. Should be at least a cup brewed, and I'm gonna tell you a story. My first story. My first hustling story. I'll be back. Anybody else need a cup? Oh, Kit Kat. All right, coffee's brewed and hot. Sweet. Check that mug out. That's a coffee cup. Yes, y'all are too quiet. Yeah, come on, man. Yeah. Excuse me. Well, what I'm going to say is, here's a story. All right, here's my story. When I was in 8th grade, I was 13 at the time, and I wanted a skateboard. And my mom said, cool, you can have a skateboard if you can make the money to go get it. I was like, all right, cool, watch this. So I had a backpack that I never used. I mean, it was from like the 70s, little orange backpack with brown nylon whatevers. And I went to Safeway, which is a store down there in Colorado, and I bought these packages of Reese's, Snickers, Milky Way, these little snack things. And I'd buy them for, I think it was $1.99, and then I'd sell each individual piece of candy for 50 cents. How did it work out? I don't know, man, but all I know is that I'd go, and then my mom's like, wow, you're really doing this. Then I'd go to this other store. It was called there's a dairy right by the store. And what they had there was some different kinds of lollipops and Laffy Taffy and stuff. So I'd go in there and stock up. And then the next day I'd be sitting in class and I'd be hustling candy. So saved up enough money to get my skateboard, and I bought it. And that was my first way of buying and flipping, supply and demand. And in school, every kid's got milk money. So I got the milk money. Dang, I remember those. Did you guys have a jukebox in your lunchroom in junior high? We did. We had a jukebox. And the songs that I remember is Erotic City and Tom Sawyer by Rush. Those songs come on and it's instant flashback. Oh yeah, always been. Yep. I got more stories of hustling, man. My best friend Dave and I, we had a lawn mowing business. We used to use his dad's. It was like a 66 Ford F something 50, probably 150, blue and white, old one. And we'd load up the lawnmower and we'd go out hustling. What year did you graduate? A long time ago. 1991. And then let's see here. 18, I went to college, didn't work out, came back. Then I started my next business when I was 21. It was called Insatiable Bodies, and it was a stripping company. So I had one guy and two girls. I never did it. I just managed. I set it up and made it happen. That was only a year, but it was called Insatiable Bodies. And it was so funny, man. I thought all I needed at that time was some suspenders and a tie that matched and a really cool briefcase, which I still have the briefcase. So that was that. And then what? When I was about 27, I started a company called Infinity Gold Plating. And I had a gold plating machine, and I would drive down Federal or where all these different places in Colorado. And if I saw a car that had gold plating or looked like it needed it, I'd pull up and I'd pull them over, man. But I got my big break when I was at this car wash on South Federal, 44th and Federal. If anyone's from Colorado, you know what I'm talking about. 44th and Federal, and there was this big old scary looking dude in this lowrider, and he was all lowridered out, you know, big old scary dude. I'm just like, whatever, man. I'm brown. So I go, I'm like, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? You know, this is what I do. And he's like, hey, what's up, Todd? I'm like, Uncle Anthony, what's up? It's my uncle, man. It's funny. But he had a company called Candyland, a body shop called Candyland, where they specialized in doing custom paint jobs, candy style paint jobs. So like candy apple red, candy brandy wine, just really cool lowrider paint jobs. So he's like, come set up. So I'd go set up at his shop with my gold plating machine, and other hustlers or people will come in. And this one guy, Fee was his name. He rolled up in this Cadillac on 20s, and back then not everybody had 20s. And I was like, dang. He's like, oh, how much to do the back of this, or to do this other Cadillac he had? It was a '78 Coupe de Ville. And so I was like, oh, $500, you know, without seeing it. First mistake. Always look at what you're going to bid on before you bid on it. Duh. I put like 96 hours into it, lost money, but I met some people that were like, they weren't, I guess you could call them shady. They were hustlers, man, like real kind of hustlers. But they always did right by me. You know, when they had barbecues, they fed me, and they were always cool. But he said, Todd, I'm true for real. So don't play. You know, when he said I'm true for real, I knew that he had a 45 and he didn't play. So this is funny. I love it. My husband's an artist and he does pinstriping on the side. Nice. Nice, man. That takes a steady hand. Steady hand. So that was 27. And then I moved up to Fargo and tried to start it up here. It's still called it Infinity Gold Plating. And this is when I was 28. I was married in a former lifetime, seems like. But moved up here and didn't fly. Did not fly. You know how many lowriders are in Fargo? None. No, there was, but it just didn't fly. So I got into the car business, then I got the radio business, and I was in radio for years, and whatever. Then in 2004, I bought my first limousine, and I had Mr. First Class Limousine from 04 to 06. And then I sold that limousine and I started a party bus company called MFC Party Bus, Mr. First Class Party Bus. And I had that from 07 until 2010. Nah, I had it for about a decade. And then I got out of it. I was just done helping people get drunk and watching nice people turn into idiots. So I'm glad I got out of that. It was good for my soul. So that was that. And what? Yeah, I got into selling cars. And then they pissed me off one day. They said, I mean, I was good. I was good. And I came in on a Saturday and like, hey, Todd, you know, I don't want to sugarcoat it, but the boss said you probably should step it up. I was like, really? Have you Googled me lately? Okay. How about you just have a nice day? And I rolled. So I rolled, and then I started the detail company a couple days later. Didn't look back. Just lost another watcher, but that's okay. People have stuff to do, man. That'd be hard. Watch people act like fools all the time. Yeah, yeah. I did have a 20-inch flat screen monitor, a camera. I never hooked it up online, but it was just so I could watch what was going on back there, make sure people weren't getting stupid. But yeah, it could have been a whole reality show, man. Because that's why I don't even drink. Maybe like I think I've had 5 beers in the last year. You know, after a hot day of working outside, you have a beer. You know, but that's just never been my thing. People who watch stupid people on here. Yeah, people do love to watch stupid people on here. Sometimes I watch myself. Again, I'm like, hey, Todd, that was pretty dumb. Why'd you do that? All right, let's see where we at, guys. Let's get back to it. I wonder if Heather Smith is still really live. You know, I wonder if we should all just like go out of here and then go watch someone, and then I can jump in on her deal. Huh? We should do that. Do you ever go live, Key Lime? Do you resell? I think it's just me and you, man. I think it's just me and you. Just you and I. Just you and I. All right, let's box of something else. Oh. Oh, I know. And then I think I'm going to stop with the putting stuff away. I've got, I don't know, like 10 or more things. I best be going anyway. Yep. Okay, sounds good. I do appreciate you showing up. I think I'm going to end the stream, guys. So whoever's watching, right on. Appreciate it. Looks like Katie Trader might be here. I don't know. But I'm going to end the stream. We should all go over to thanks for the live chat, Todd. Keep up the good. Hey, thanks. Appreciate it. Let's go watch Heather resells. I know you're not going to go. You're going to go get busy. I'm going to go get in on the live rechat or chat with Heather. I think. Try. And I'm just going to continue to work. But you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. Live refresh 2550 Todd Brendan Flicker.